Well, I thought we had another
I
case.
know, really. Take two. On solar, there's a lot of different perspectives on that. And remember that my focus is limited government, lower taxes, and more personal freedom. Therefore, I believe that the Public Service Commission should encourage, promote, and create in any possible way they can the private sector and personal freedom to do whatever the heck you want to do with anything relating energy for your own home business, whatever that is. What happened with Georgia Power, or with Georgia, we do not have a mandate. Some states have a specific mandate for a diversified portfolio for energy. Georgia does not. So that means that the PSC can do whatever they want to do in requiring whatever energy production we want to have. The commission ordered Georgia Power to produce 500 and something kilowatts of solar. And that was ordered of Georgia Power after a couple private companies approached the commission and made offers to either provide solar through a new monopoly or through a private competitive business. Because Georgia Power did not want to get involved in solar. That was very clear for their 3-year plan. The commission turned down the other private business recommendations and offers, and then essentially ordered Georgia Power to do the solar instead. Because the commission had decided they wanted solar, and really that was their decision, what they wanted to see happen, to be kind of part of the cool club. I'm opposed to that because the commission's mandating a specific kind of energy generation when we're already in a very comfortable position on energy. Now, do I think we need solar and other renewables? Absolutely, and we need to encourage and promote those in the private sector whenever possible. So that's a concern for me. If you look at it's called the ASI program that runs through Georgia Power now. It is designed to be a bid process. There's 3 different kinds of bids. There's blind bids, there's open bids, I forgot how the third one exactly has worked. And the commission has admitted that their bid process was faulty. And folks that earned certain bids weren't necessarily qualified to earn them. Just a lot of potential for corruption. It's very, very difficult to trace. So I have huge concerns there. I would much prefer to see that in a competitive environment. You look at Madison, oh gosh, is it Walton EMC. Walton EMC is doing solar panels, and they have, I forgot how many acres of solar panels, and 5,000 or so. They sell them to their customers. Their customers buy the solar panel. They're limited to how many they can buy. They pay so much a month for each solar panel. It's a purchase, but it's done like a monthly payment. And that customer gets the solar, the electricity that panel creates as a direct offset to their bill. And Walton EMC cannot build more solar panels fast enough to keep up with their customers' demand. That's the private market. That's, I believe, where it needs to happen. Customers want it, the EMC is putting it in place, and everyone's happy. No one's being mandated. The customers who don't want to buy a solar panel aren't paying more for it. It is completely a market-driven, non-taxed concept. That's what I want to see happen more. We had the law passed last year that allows for the change in the codes on being able to lease and that sort of thing to put solar on rooftops where private citizens putting on their home. I'm all for that. I believe that we have a discrepancy in Georgia of how, and I know this happens on every level, but it doesn't make it right just because it happens everywhere. We treat big business one way, we treat small, medium-sized business another way, and we treat residentials another way. In Georgia, if you're a big company, you can do whatever you want to do when it comes to energy production. Procter & Gamble, I think it's not too, I've forgotten what county it's in, but down here, they just retrofitted one of their plants to being completely renewable energy, a biomass. They're a paper-based factory, and they're now completely self-energy producing, and they say that they save themselves $100 million a year on their energy costs from having done that. Private business, private investment, their money. But only the really big companies can do that. The small, medium-sized, and residents, we can't go out and start our own energy production. We're prohibited from that. I think the playing field needs to be level. And I've had someone say, well, this is energy you're talking about. It's electricity. You can't just let anybody go out there and play with it. All right, I don't know about here in Milledgeville, but where I am in Lawrenceville, you can't even add a deck on your house without having it, approved and certified and inspected. I'm pretty sure we can come up with a way to inspect and make certain that if someone goes and does their own biomass generator, that it's going to be safe. They're not going to blow themselves up.